Greetings, and this is how to assemble the 3D printed Panzerfaust MOSCART launcher. It doesn't require any metal screws or external parts, only super glue or glue. I'm using this Loctite Power Gel super glue. Right, so I've got it in its basic pieces now. The only thing you need two of, or multiple of even, are these small 15mm pins and 4 of these little end cap for the pins, and then obviously one of everything else. Only exception these. These are the extenders to go at the back of the Panzerfaust to obviously give it more its actual length. I'm currently using about 4 or so to make it the current length it is, and that's roughly about getting close to the actual length. I should mention this is also based off the Panzerfaust 60-100, which is hence the shape of the head. First, we're going to assemble the firing mechanisms. That's simply done by getting these 3 bits here. So this is the, I'll refer to this as the medium-sized connecting rod, small connecting rod, and large connecting rod. Right, so all of these each intersect all at one point, like so. Make sure they're all lined up, then pass that through, then you want to pin that shut, like so. Then you slide the piston over the end of the largest one, like so. Okay, and now we've got our first rounded or circular pin with flats on the other side, which is this one here, the smaller version of the two. You may require a little bit of fettling, just a little bit of sanding and trimming with like a knife just to get it to fit a bit nicer, as it may go a bit stiff. So if I put it in here, that went in quite nicely because it's been in and out a couple of times, although getting it out is a bit more harder. Okay, you then take the small connecting rod, fold it inwards to it, so there's a little recess that I put there to make this part a bit easier. And you approach into the rear, like so. You might need to bend it down into the thing a little bit, like that. And then you want to grab and pull up the small connecting rod up through the hole. You then want to hold on to it, making sure it doesn't fall out. Then you want to get your firing lever and get it in such a way that this front hole lines up. Then you want to pop the pin through, and then once it's through, use another one of our caps to cap it off, like so. Okay, now you want to get the largest of the pins, this one here, and line up the hole on the trigger mechanism, like that. Now that's on. Now, next what you want to do is, on this housing part, you have a little ledge right here. In there goes this small bit of plastic here. I highly recommend you make this something out of PLA, this specific part of PLA. None of the other parts matter what they're really made of, as long as it's strong. This I would recommend making out of PLA because it has a bit of spring to it. PETG might work. I've not tried it myself. Give it a try. Specifically, it wants to spring and come back a little bit more and have tension to it. PLA is quite good for that, and ABS. I tried it with ABS, and ABS just went white and snapped, so it just failed. Now, whilst you've glued that into place, you need to put 2 splotches of glue. That's what I did, is I put 2 splotches of glue there and there, and then put the part down and hold it against there. Now, whilst that glue there is curing, we will assemble the front end. So this is the front head of the front of the head of the Panzerfaust. I print this with support material on an AMS to give it make it much easier to peel off the bottom of there, because it can be quite a pain. I would print it up this way, but then you'd sacrifice the outer surface a little bit more, and also it would take a lot more filament. So for those reasons, I've decided not to. Now, you get your locking collar, and you just get the locking collar and screw on there, like so. It's knurled, so you should be able to get decent grip on it. And then for the front head, we get the rear head, and then screw it into the front head. Like that. Okay. Now that that's done, we'll come back to this. We've got these 2 bits here. Oh, also, I should have mentioned this earlier, we've got this pin that we've got to put in the back of here. So if you see in there's a hole, and then there's the small, or medium even, connecting rod back there that needs to be connected. So what you want to do, this one's probably the most finicky part of the whole thing. Insert your pin, push a little bit more in, like that. And then what you want to do after that is, once it's in there, you want to somewhat slide it over so it's a bit more centerline, and then you'll have your moving action. Okay. Now we're going to put on the sights, so simply get the sights there, place it down, pop the pin through, and put a cap on it. You'll see this PLA gives a nice spring. Okay. Now, for the main event, slide the piston on the body. And that is your fully completed Panzerfaust. Now, as I said, you can screw on more sections on the back like so. And now, in order to reload it, unscrew this front part. Got a 40mm here. This entire launcher is based off using a Novrich one. It hopefully should be mostly universal, but this here is a Novrich 120mm. That way you get a little bit sticking out of the head, not too much. Most shells are probably shorter than this, so most of them might even be inset. Put a bit of gas in there. Now it's ready to fire. So we press this down. may need to press it down again to set it back into place. Now as for the assembly, that's pretty much it. For those who have been watching this thinking, what is this bloke on about? If you look in the description, you'll see a link to my Maker World upload of this Panzerfaust. If you're interested, you could also always follow me on there, and also possibly subscribe on here, as I also plan to make more of these kind of MOSCART launchers for a lot of the more popular designs, such as the RPG-7, the American Bazooka, and probably the M79 if I can. As well, what I didn't mention is there will be included in the finals a way to attach two Panzerfausts end to end for the shits and giggles, mostly. Yeah, that's it.